Howdy folks, and welcome to the channel. It's all about racing. In this episode, we're going to look at a model that really does inspire me. This being a Mercedes AMG GT3 piloted by Frank Yu in one of these Asian series. I'm not sure which one it was. Don't really follow them, but I really like this model. This is a diecast model from the folks at Tarmac Works. Guys, if you collect 164 and if you really want a collection of great cars, you can't miss with Tarmac Works. They're the best there is. In my opinion, far better than Mini GT, far better than Sparky. Also about twice as expensive, but to me, it's worth it. These cars are the complete package. They are highly detailed. They are absolutely phenomenal. They come, and this particular one comes in a really interesting package. It has your standard box, which, you know, is quite frankly, is not a whole lot. It does mimic the delivery of the car very, very nicely. But what's more importantly is they also provide you with a crate to store your car in, and the crate fits in the box. So you can display it either way, in the box, in the crate, or by itself, any way you like. The crate is really cool. It closes, and it looks just like a shipping crate that you would ship a car off in, you know, for example, if you're going to send it around the world to race in the World Endurance Championship, or around Asia, where I'm sure this car went. They usually put them on ships, and that's how they move them around from place to place. Anyhow, so you get that nice box, and then you get this great car. Oh, and did I mention, quote unquote, this is also supposedly a limited edition car. This being number 346 out of 0000. Now, 4 zeros, folks, comes to 9,999. And in my opinion, if you've made 10,000 cars, it's not really a limited edition car, but the card looks good. It works. I'd buy the car, limited edition or not. Doesn't make any difference to me. The car is absolutely stunning. It's full of details, and you know, for a 1/64 scale car, you know, folks, these things are handmade. They, you know, the casting's fairly easy, but after that, you've got to apply all the plastic parts. You've got to apply decals. Sometimes they make mistakes, and some of them, you know, don't turn out real good. This is not one of them. In fact, I've had very few Tarmac Works I've had any issues with. You know, as I've always said, if you take a look at a car, the first thing you want to look at are the wheels, and you can clearly see really nice wheels with rubber tires on it. It does move a little bit, but not much. I don't really buy it to move, so don't care. But it's got brake rotors, brake calipers. You can clearly see the exhaust running across the side, and that's your exhaust pipe right there. It comes out the side of the Mercedes AMG. This is a front-engine car. It's not mid-engine, so the exhaust comes out there. It doesn't come out the back. And you can see in the cabin, you know, somewhat. It's not exceptional, and then the glare is so bad with this, it's really hard to tell what it really looks like. But I like the livery of this car. When you put it together with the box and the package and the crate that it comes in, it is the complete package. If you move it around the front, and I love the green accents with the green mirrors. And in this particular series of these Mercedes, they actually have 3 of them, all from the same team. They're all really cool. They all come with crates, and you'll be able to see the review of all of them because I will be posting them as soon as I do them. But anyhow, this is a close look at the front of the car, and really nice grille work. I mean, just look at that. The headlights look good. It's just sharp. It stands out. It really does impress you for a 1/64 scale car, which quite frankly is hard to impress me because I'm not a big fan of 1/64, even though I've got about 60 of them. I'd much rather collect 1/43 scale. Better cars, more detail. But this is about as good as you get in 1/64. And here you can see the cockpit a little bit better with the steering wheel. The seat, you've got the liter number and the Tarmac Works AWS banner on the top. So this is a collaboration between Tarmac Works and whoever else. I'm not sure who they collab with, but they even say on the box, you know, COLLAB74. So I'd imagine they probably sponsored this car since they've got their name on the banner. I don't know who they collaborated with, but it's Tarmac's work thing. This is a look at the passenger side. Not much different from the driver's side, but again, really, really nice with that purple, the Vita, you know, and again, you can see the tailpipe on the side just as you did on the other. It does have an antenna, and guys, I like antennas. I think every race car should have at least one antenna. You know they do, unless it's the 1960s and you had the give orders to the driver by writing on a chalkboard and standing over the pit lane so they go by at 200 miles an hour to try to read it. But in the modern era, we have radios, and radios need antennas. And on this one, you've got it. And you should on every race car. A race car that doesn't have an antenna, just doesn't move me. Even if it's a weak attempt, at least it's an attempt. But here you can also see into the rear of the cabin. You can see some of the details of the framework and the fuel tank back there. Nice rear wing with gravity on it. And one thing I like about the Mercedes AMG as a car, period, is that the rear diffuser is really nicely engineered into the back of the car. I mean, you know, the Germans, when they do it, they do it right. And this looks really, really good. Tail lights are plastic inserts. You have nice detail in the venting. The only thing you lack on this particular model that you do find on some other Tarmac Works, and it's a minor thing, are tow hooks. You don't have tow hooks on this, on the front or the back. But nevertheless, I think they have done a really, really nice job of replicating this car. It looks absolutely beautiful. And I'll tell you what, with the packaging that it comes with, I mean, with that box, with the crate, you can't beat it. Folks, if you want to pick up a really neat car, these are available on eBay. I think they're around $25, maybe $30, $35, but they are worth every penny of it. Good collecting. See you next time.